This is the Convene podcast. How Spark can help planners combat the late registration trend by uncovering patterns in their own registration data and finding ways to spur prospective audiences to action. Using AI to minimize registration data headaches. Written and read by Barbara Palmer, Deputy Editor of Convene.
When Convene asked marketing and technology consultant Nick Borelli, who leads workshops on using AI tools, including PCMA Spark, to name a topic that resonates strongly with his audiences, Borelli didn't hesitate. It's using AI to analyze their events' registration patterns, since most of them contend with a high percentage of late registrations. Event data company Bear Analytics confirms that trend, finding, on average, during the first 9 months of 2025, 62% of attendees registered 8 or fewer weeks before events, and 21% in under 2 weeks. And according to Meritz's 2024 Registration Insights report, an astounding 43% of conference goers register within 4 weeks of an event. Those compressed timelines create a ton of stress for planners, said Borelli, who's president of Borelli Consultants, including fears of not reaching housing numbers and F&B minimums. And since the last weeks of registration are a make-or-break period for attending numbers, it makes decisions about how to allocate marketing resources critically important, he said. To be as effective as possible, he added, event professionals must be able to personalize messages to various segments of their audiences and to understand as much as possible about which marketing messages are likely to be effective for what audiences and the best time to send them. In his experience, few associations have access to data analysts who could give them insights into registration patterns at their events. Many wing it, he said, looking back only at registration from the last year, which can't show consistent trends. And then they send the same 30 emails in their campaigns at the same volume, the same time, and then maybe, at best, switching up the messaging to highlight different unique selling propositions. The good news, Borelli said, is that AI can perform that analysis. By uploading years of registration in Spark, in a short amount of time, the tool can deliver high-level insights about registration patterns based on the information in your spreadsheets. It's good to arm yourself with those, he said, but the real value lies in asking follow-up questions about the data, such as, what are the groups of people based on data? Show me the attendee types that would be most likely to register in the first or the last month. Show me the relationship between how far away people live from the event location and when they register. And what are the attendee groups that have no registration patterns? What fuels all of this is curiosity, Borelli said. And what's great about Spark is not only does it identify trends and attendee groups, but also proposes graphs that show what kind of marketing segmentation might reach them. Once you've identified the most valuable trends in your registration data, you can ask Spark to design personalized email messages for each segment with timelines that are most likely to create urgency, he said. No one's cracked the code on how to get people to register earlier, Borelli said, but there are people that are wired to do it. Finding them and thinking about what motivates those who registered later is much more effective than a budget-blowing shotgun approach, he said. Some trends in the timing of event registrations are fairly predictable, he said. For example, there's a correlation between years of membership in an organization or years attending an event to earlier registration. Prospective attendees with certain senior level job titles who are more concerned about the opportunity costs of being out of the office and are less sensitive to price, along with first time attendees and those within driving distance of events, are more likely to register later. And according to Maritz's 2024 Registration Insights report, attendees in sectors that are made up of rule followers, such as education, healthcare, legal, or financial professionals, are less likely to register late. People often ask Borelli to just tell them the patterns behind event registration and how and when to best reach those different segments. But his answer is it depends. From industry to industry, it's very different, depending on specific events and attendee bases. There are macro trends that emerge from large-scale studies of event registration data, he said, but they pale in comparison to analyzing your own data.
Remember to subscribe to the Convene podcast on your favorite listening platform to stay updated with our latest episodes. For further industry insights from the Convene team, head over to pcma.org/convene. My name is Maggie. Stay inspired, keep inspiring, and until next time.